Yes, there have been corrupt empires. Yes, they manipulate. Yes, there are secret societies. Yes, there have been oligarchies throughout history. And yes, today in 2002, there is a tyrannical organization calling itself the New World Order, pushing for worldwide government, a cashless society, open borders, total and complete tyranny, where human beings are absolutely worthless. There's 6.25+ billion of us, and the globalists have said it many times. There's too many of us. We're causing a problem. We need to be culled at the tune of 80%. It's amazing to talk about that, but it's the globalists, the UN, their own public statements, and they've convinced a lot of liberals and elitist conservatives and others that by going along with this, that we're intelligent members of society. It's the ultimate Malthus worldview. It is this radical, virulent form of social Darwinism. It's the excuse of tyrants. And by creating open borders where there's no national sovereignty and only global bodies that control all the resources, by centralizing and socializing health care, the state becomes God, basically, when it comes to your health. And then by releasing diseases and viruses and plagues upon us, we then basically get shoved into their system.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
This crusade, this war on terrorism, is going to take a while.
We came, we saw, we died.
We tortured some folks.
Yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty.
And there it is. The pod's been parked for episode 39 of Dave versus Goliath. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Happy New Year. It is great to be with you tonight. I'm pumped about the show. I'm pumped about the new year, despite Klaus and all our enemies conspiring against us, because we won't take a day off either. That's right. We'll get more into that in a little bit. But that is, if anything, kind of what this show's about, isn't it? Having a good time, laughing in the face of evil. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to talk a lot about the Davos agenda, the World Economic Forum. We've talked about it before, but we're going to get deep into it tonight. But to do that, I need to bring with me someone who understands, someone who gets it, someone who can help me take on these demons. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. Man. John! Dude, how are you tonight, bro?
Yo, good. With some intro music.
Listen, we're upgrading. Always on the incline. I've decided you deserve intro music. So that's going to be a staple from here on out.
I'm glad you didn't tell me about that. That was a nice surprise.
Oh yeah, man. Exactly. I'm trying to get the goosebumps going a little bit, try and get you pumped up.
Yeah.
But
you got new tricks every show.
You know, man, that's what I'm saying. Always on the incline. I feel like we gotta always try and step it up a little bit. In fact, big boom, Dave versus Goliath sign up top.
Whap.
Let's see. We got a couple comments already. Let's see who's in the house. We got Grace Galactica. Let's see. I see I'm among the fellow tinfoil hatters. You're in good company, Grace. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Shen's in here too. I'll be listening, but I'm in mom mode. She's got work to do. Most important job on the planet. Mom, appreciate you. And my squad, Time Continuum, who likes to remain anonymous as he travels through the cosmos, as we do.
Oh, I like that.
Time continuum is here. Appreciate you guys. If you're watching the show or listening to the show, please share the links. That really helps out, especially on YouTube. Get in the comments. The live show is really where it's at. That's where we have the most fun. And yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Dude, you doing good? Feeling great?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, man. Because I'm about to depress the shit out of you. Davy Downer. Only a couple minutes of joy.
You said laughing in the face of evil. I love that.
Bro, that's what we have to do. Again, when they take away our ability to laugh, they fucking won. It's over at that point. You know?
I feel that way whenever I see a good meme. I'm like, you can't compete with that. You can't win as long as we have that.
Memes, I'm telling you, don't underestimate the power of memes, you know? One more time, we got a late entry in here, but Dan Smith's in the building. You should at least let him pick his own intro music. No, fuck that. He is the best all around. But no. It's not Dan versus Goliath. Probably, I don't know. Thanks for being here, Dan. Appreciate you.
I get what I get.
You get what you get, bro. And that, that shit slaps. It was a good 10 seconds of worth of, I thought it was cool. And anyway, I fucking love that you're here, dude. I appreciate it. 2 years of the show, by the way, we're celebrating. We started this.
Was it January?
Right now. Right now, like January, late January of 2021. It took us it took me like 8 months of kind of plotting and scheming, procrastinating to get episode 1 in. And it's been through, we've taken some different detours here and there as we learn.
Oh, dude, I struggled I was doing it on my phone in the beginning. I mean, I didn't.
Bro, me too. People we don't want to tell them shit, but it was a makeshift operation, right?
Yeah.
Held together with tape.
It was. Yep.
But it's cool, man. Yeah, I was going over some of the guests from the past couple years: Shane Hazel, Spike Cohen, Angela McCardle, Dan Smots,
Killers,
Reed Coverdale, bro, absolutely killing it. We got a big guest announcement tonight. I'm not going to let it drop yet, which I should have probably plotted out some intro music for that. But big guest announcement later on, coming up for later this month. I'm so excited. I know you are too, dude.
I'm really excited. I can't believe that one. Yeah, get some intro music for that one too. Just surprise the guests with it.
Exactly. By the time it arrives, we'll have some dope intro music for he or she.
Right.
But tonight, dude, we're going to talk about something that we've talked about at length on this show, and that is the 2030 agenda. That is the World Economic Forum's Davos initiative. Klaus Schwab and his minions, the globalist, corporatist, technocratic, tyrannical takeover of everything. And again, I'm having a little fun with this, but let me not, understate what's happening here. Right? Because it is really historic.
Don't get it twisted. Just
don't get it
laughing.
Twisted.
Yeah.
Right. We're having a good time in the face of evil. Literally, right?
Yeah.
We will get into the nuts and bolts of that, bro. By the way, did you hear that Miss Universe has a penis?
No, is that true?
It's true, man. Miss Universe, like not even, Miss Delaware, Miss America, Miss World, Miss Universe.
Right. Universe.
The patriarchy reigns supreme. I only mentioned that because the T in the LGBT movement is like a transhumanist thing they've got going on. We talked about that a couple episodes ago. I'm not going to rehash that stuff, but that's closely tied there. And I thought that was interesting, worth noting today. Yeah, a biological man is Miss Universe. No big deal, not the end of the world, but something to consider moving forward. But the big news, Brzezinski, of the past week or so, we've been gone a little bit though, is your gas stove. They're coming to take it.
Soon get 86th from kitchens across the country going forward. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner is considering a ban on the appliances for new builds. It says those appliances can be a source of indoor pollution, sometimes linked to childhood asthma.
But also the gas, no gas lines in new construction. Is that about fossil fuels, or is it about, sorry, I'm getting in trouble.
No, that's short answer. It's about climate change because methane.
Sorry, what am I allowed to say?
Wait a second. Got that instantly. I'm in trouble here. I better shut the fuck up. Yeah, bitch, you're fired. Sorry, you can't say that. I love it though.
Yeah.
Isn't that great, dude?
Yeah. What's my line? Hold on.
Right. Wait, is that really about? No. You're not here to report. You're not here to do any investigative journalism. Okay, leave that to Dan and I. You are here to report on behalf of the World Economic Forum and their corporate globalist interest, and you just repeat the line, or you're fired.
Bro, do you have a gas stove?
No, we have an electric, which I
So do I.
already feel
They suck.
they do suck. Everybody that cooks knows they suck.
Yeah,
but
try to find a commercial kitchen with an electric stove. You can't because they blow.
Yeah, dude. And I see that the conservatives are really freaking out about this. They're coming to take it like it's their AR-15.
Mhm.
And the liberals are obviously like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's no big deal. You could always have an electric stove or whatever else. But we talked a little bit about this in real life the other day. But I think that it's not something they're going to obviously come and take your stove. But along with the rest of the 2030 agenda, this will be regulated out of existence, right? You're if they don't want you to have it, GE, Westinghouse, all these corporations that are already playing ball, already have their ESG score, want to keep it up tippity top. Will stop making that stove the second that the World Economic Forum tells them to stop making those fucking stoves. You know what I mean? The EU is probably already there, right? They probably signed, just like we were talking about in Germany, what these guys are dealing with. They already signed away their oil rights, so now they're scraping together wood.
Dude, do you know what it's like living over? Is crazy. The more and more I talk to my sister over there too. As far as all those regulations, like their recycling game is like, it's like a full-time job. They have like 6 different trash cans, and over there, you know how it is over there too. If you don't do it, like you will be scorned by your neighbors will sort through it out on the street and then send you hate mail afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. You can't throw anything away.
And that's a precursor to, of the social credit thing, like get your neighbors to turn against you first, report you for doing whatever. Yeah, man, I'm terrified about that. It's the latest thing. You know what I mean? This is along the lines of the electric cars, like they won't just come and take your car. They won't stop making them now. They'll commit to being green, not producing.
That's how they do it. I think that's how they ease up on you, like they did with the COVID restrictions and like they did with the electric cars too. They're going to say, we're going to ban gas stoves. Okay. We're not going to ban them. You can have them, but we're going to stop making them in 2032. And then everybody goes, oh, okay.
And we're good.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
I can do that. And a lot of people's attitude, man, and I hate this attitude, but it's just the truth. Like seniors especially are guilty of this. It's like, well, I won't be here, so I don't give a shit. It's like you're supposed to leave this place better, whether you have kids or not. It's like, don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other night, but I get the sentiment. I understand, like, well, it's going to hell, so good thing I'm not going to be around. But it's kind of like you guys did that, though. You guys set this up.
At least one of the people responsible for that. Anyway, man. So yeah, these guys, we're talking about this tonight. If you're not aware, or if anybody else is not, this is the week they're getting together in the Swedish Alps, or the Swiss Alps, excuse me, in the mountains there to meet at Davos. They do this every year. They've done it since, 1971. Klaus Schwab, a business professor at the University of Geneva. He's an economics professor, dude. We're going to get more into that, right? Because if we don't know shit, I don't know shit about fuck, especially about economics, but I know that it's the study of humans interacting with each other, humans taking action. And it's interesting that a guy like Klaus Schwab mastered that science and used it.
You have to know the rules before you break them.
You got it, dude. Some people like, Ludwig von Mises or Rothbard want to set humanity free with their knowledge, and others have really, really interesting programs that they'd like to sell the rest of the world.
Interesting programs, yeah.
Right. It was 1971, man. What a time. 1971. You got Bretton Woods agreement busted. Nixon gets off gold.
Yes, he did.
Ron Paul runs for Congress. Nixon starts chatting with China. The Libertarian Party is formed. 1971, a lot going on, man. Pretty interesting there. And then, it was called the European Management Forum until the 80s, and then he changed it to the World Economic Forum. But I figured we could get before we go into like conspiracy mode and start, picking between the lines, it would be cool to see if we could just let them, hear from them. Let's get a little puff piece and pick this apart. So anytime you want me to stop, just let me know and we'll chat about it. Okay.
Cool.
Feet, Davos is the highest town in Europe. The World Economic Forum says it picked the Alpine Hideaway, about 100 miles south of Zurich, because it was the ideal retreat to get away from all the trappings of daily reality. Another benefit, in 1971, when the meeting was started by German economics professor Klaus Schwab, the town of Davos had recently built a big conference center. It didn't hurt that CEOs and political leaders could also hobnob on the ski slopes. The World Economic Forum styles itself as an independent, nonprofit organization, but it's also big business. Davos is all about access, and in true capitalist form, the more you pay...
Stop. In true capitalist form. I love that.
Yeah.
They're like, don't you think what we're doing sucks? What we're doing is capitalism. So if you don't like it, you should check it out.
Rebranding, bro.
Right? I mean, let's just call it that. Oof.
The more access you get, with your status determined by the color of your badge. Journalists and activists get in for free.
Wait a second, bro. We can go to Davos for free?
Is that what she said?
Journalists and activists? You think that they're inviting? Well, I wonder which kind of journalists and activists
And
get
which
to go there.
type of activists, right?
New York Times and Washington Post activists.
And the
That's
type
probably
of people that glue themselves to artwork.
Right. Exactly.
But for everyone else who wants to be part of the elite Davos club, fees range from the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Companies like Salesforce and Meta spend hundreds of thousands more to set up buildings on the promenade, where leaders schmooze potential clients and the media, sometimes at lavish late-night parties. That schmooze is key.
That's where they get that blackmail material. That's when you send Jeffrey Epstein in.
Yep.
What are you into, bro? Coke? Bitches? What do you, worse?
How paying participants get a return on their six-figure investments. Musician will.i.am, primatologist Jane Goodall, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, Alphabet CFO Ruth Porat, ECB President Christine Lagarde.
Imagine putting this up there, like they're just like, look, man, Google and BlackRock are just need to chat like once a year.
Yeah.
About
I think needs to go. That BlackRock shit is next level.
He looks honest.
In theory, we could strike up a conversation in the line for coffee with any of these folks this year. Networking aside,
in theory.
Webb says the point of Davos...
I love that. Just the carefree nature. And like you said in that one video, dude, it's all about the music that they pick, right?
In theory, you could have a cup of coffee with this guy.
Isn't that crazy?
You won't. You're not. It's not going to happen. But theoretically,
you
can talk to these guys.
year, but you can have a coffee with him today. Yeah.
Davos is to embrace the principle of stakeholder capitalism. The idea that businesses should serve all stakeholders, that is, employees, customers, and the public as a whole, and not just shareholders.
Okay. Now we're getting to the real good stuff.
Now, wait, isn't that who started that whole stakeholder movement too? That was also in the 70s, right? Was that a Klaus Schwab thing?
Probably. It was probably this organization.
I know it was after the 60s when that happened. Yeah. It might have been. I'm going to Google that.
This sounds like corporate communism. I don't know how else to do it. But like this really does get to the heart of it, right? Like if they're changing what I don't even know if you could call it an economy if it's completely centrally controlled, right? Like value will change. You won't, that whole concept will go away.
Right.
If you don't have to make a good product to make sure that people get it, like if the incentive structure is completely turned upside down, This is going to get real weird, dude. Oof.
Davos comes under regular criticism, in part for the gulf between how its participants see themselves in that mission and how the rest of the world, the other 99.99%, sees it and them. WEF touts the real change it says it is catalyzed, from increased global coordination on attacking air pollution to the pivotal 1992 speech by South African President F.W. de Klerk together with Nelson Mandela. It's unclear whether its more recent dramatic moments, like Greta Thunberg urging participants in 2020 to act urgently on climate change, yielded equally dramatic.
I mean, this is a whole campaign. Get the youth involved, and this is the centerpiece of their whole mission, which will last forever, is the climate change. So that's the excuse, that's the scapegoat for them to do everything they want to do.
And this is the presentation. Like there's, setting up the stage and doing all the stuff. You're talking about the parties at night. That's when that's the commercial that they're putting up.
Right. And Yahoo Finance is doing a great job reporting the news. Oh boy.
Results. You can't escape the optics of billionaires flying in on their gas-guzzling private jets.
No, you cannot.
JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon reportedly called Davos a place where, quote, billionaires tell millionaires what the middle class feels.
That's actually some legit shit that Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan just dropped on everybody. Yeah. Billionaires tell millionaires what middle class feels. Thank you. Appreciate your honesty, sir.
Saz and I will be there next week.
I don't need to hear these talking heads clucking away. How about that though, bro? What do you think?
I think it's interesting that it's in a tiny little hidden mountain town. You couldn't write that shit.
Right. Just tucked away where they can get away. That's another way of saying, like, you can't get here. You don't have
They like to ski. Yeah, right. It's in the snowy mountains, far away. Like, yeah, you could, activists, you could come, I guess, but you're not going to make it.
You're definitely not. And dude, I don't know. I don't hate billionaires, and I don't care if they want to go away to the ski Alps and fucking blow each other for a couple days and talk about business. That doesn't bother me. But if your whole mission is to undermine the sovereignty of nation states for your hegemony, then yeah, now we got an issue. But this is no joke, man. As you can see, they got all the money in the world, a lot of influence. These are just some names that came up, past and present, involved with the World Economic Forum. Bill Clinton, he'll do probably whatever you need him to do because they got all the dirt on that guy, right? Bill Gates, duh. The guy made the cover of the podcast episode today, because he's been a big part of this, man. Just saw Bill Gates the other day talking about how he's making sure that animals will be engineered the best possible way that they can, so that we can, with vaccine technology and right,
trans animalism.
Oh my goodness, they're really, really going for it, dude. Greta Thunberg, King Charles III.
Really,
this is really telling. Like, why everybody knows that the British Empire is like the most disgusting, greedy, awful dynasty in the history of the world, right? Just their whole empire is like what they are about. Spreading, reaching out from that little island to the whole world.
The sun never sets. Right.
And they would have you believe King Charles will go on television. We need to do more about sustainability. We need to do more. We need to take care of the planet, bro. I can't believe anybody in this day and age, especially a lefty, is like, listen to the king and these corporations, man. These billionaires and the king. They're like, and Greta Thunberg, the three of these entities. That's
amazing. Interesting. You say the lefties are now on that team too. I just keep going back to what you're talking about, like early 70s. A lot did change too. When did the lefties switch?
I think Barack Obama.
The early 70s. You think? I think it was a little before then.
I don't know. Well, I mean, the hippie movement. We could talk about that. I mean, they that might have been legit. That might have been a real like human movement, but it was definitely co-opted at some point.
Because we've talked about that before. It once was the party of anti-war and working people.
Yeah. I'll say it died in the mid 2000s. Let's say that. It was done by then, but it was probably under assault. Long before that, I'm sure. Matt Damon, Mick Jagger, Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Trudeau.
That
guy. So this is no joke, man. World leaders, celebrities, musicians, influencers. We've talked a lot about influencers on here too. But I wonder if it would surprise you at all if this person was a World Economic Forum stooge. And here we go. One sec. Uh-oh. Joey B. Let's see.
So pleased to see you back here in Davos, because I remember before you assumed your position as Vice President of the United States, you came here as a senator, you came here as the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee of the Senate. And I have to say, in my memory, you were one of the most engaged and hardest working participants here at the annual meeting.
You have been a loyal stooge.
You has been one of the best puppets we have ever seen.
Yep, that's him.
I watched you in the morning up to midnight sometimes, one engagement after the other one. And also to our discussion, which we had at dinner 2 days ago. The fourth industrial revolution has one big challenge. It is the holding out of the middle class.
And Dr. Schwab.
Whoa.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
The middle class just aren't that into it, bro.
Sometimes they just say it.
What if we had a Delaware side smiling, slick talking politician that could get in touch with the middle class? Maybe his dad was from Pittsburgh.
Corvette driving American. Yeah. Oh, he brought all that shit right back to your hometown, dude.
He sure did. He sure did.
When we had dinner the other night, you and your wife, I asked you whether you ever anticipated 22 years ago, when you started this group, that it would ever
group. When you started this legion, this conglomerate, this destructive. No, it's a group. It's pretty much a group.
ever grow as large and as consequential as it's become. I have made 9 other trips.
9 times. Bueller. I don't remember him going there 9 times. I've got it right in front of me.
I think this is, quite frankly, a more convenient fora than the United Nations to meet with world leaders and business leaders.
Oh, see, he's getting to the heart of it. I mean, Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that he likes the World Economic Forum meetings better than the UN? My guess, bro, is because he doesn't really care for democracy that much. He probably doesn't.
You don't say.
That's probably, just like Trump, just like Xi, just like the corporate overlords that are running this fucking show. If they all could make one rule, the rule would be comply.
That's amazing that you found this clip. That's it. That's why are you here, dude? That's why he's here. That's why he's here.
2016, putting in my bid right now.
And it's a great opportunity to get an awful lot done. You've written extensively on the topic that you've asked me to speak to, mastering the 4th Industrial Revolution. This fora defines that as change fueled by a digital revolution. But there are 2 questions, it seems to me, that we have to address forthrightly at the outset. First, will this revolution actually transform the global economy? And secondly, if it does, will it be for the better or for worse for humanity as a whole?
There you go. Pretty sure he knows the answer to that. He's going to ask it anyway. But let's talk about the fourth industrial revolution, dude. We've talked about this again, that slogan that they have on the show before and what that actually means. It does not just mean, oh, we're going green, electric cars, everybody, keep it local. You know, like that's not what that means. The fourth industrial revolution is, remember, oh, you made the shoes before. The bodies and the minds will be the product of the fourth industrial revolution.
Yep.
They want in your body. They want to know the biometric scans. They want to know where you're traveling every bit. We've already started this journey.
How to make you, like Klaus's boy said, remember you found that clip of that one dude, like how to make these people useful.
Right.
What to do with them.
So
You
they
know what I mean?
know, I think they're going to feed us, right? So you're a useless eater, but you'll get fed. But they don't know what to do with your body because they are going to destroy your livelihood. There's going to be no jobs for you. So what are you going to do? You're going to jump in the metaverse.
You're going to jump in the metaverse and you're going to eat Lucky Charms. Did you see the food pyramid, the new one?
No, fuck.
Oh, no?
No.
No. You have to look this up, please. God. No joke. By name, Lucky Charms is higher up than steak is, than meat is. Meat and beef and steak.
Amazing.
Sugar and carbs is in the middle. And then all meat, all like we keep talking about, they're going to, how much meat can you buy a month? How they're going to regulate this and we're going to eat bugs and all that kind of shit. It's at the very, very bottom to be moderated.
Oh my God, dude.
So they set it up that way, like without restricting it first. So now all the kindergartners and the first graders and the indoctrinated little children are going to learn that you don't want to eat that shit anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It'll take a little while, a generation of this, but it will happen. And the kids, God, this is just terrifying. This is when we get into the stuff where like it really is hard to laugh, but maybe this will help if I play this clip first. But we saw, I know, man.
Is it?
We saw, I know. I like playing stuff from their own site. You go to their own website, their own YouTube page. I mean, all this stuff, this is from them. So we heard a little from Yahoo, little puff piece. We saw Joe Biden speaking there 8 years ago. No, was it 2016? Okay, so 7 years ago at this point. But this came out today, I believe, because like I said, they're meeting in Davos right now. So knowing what you know about the jabby jab, the technology behind that, where we can go with that, all the potential, let me know what you think about this.
Speaking, we're talking about improving biology and redesigning organisms for beneficial purposes. It's going to allow us to not just edit genomes, but also, and importantly, write a new code for life. We'll have write-level permissions. We already started to see some of that this year. COVID-19 vaccines, they make use of engineered code in the form of messenger RNA. What's on the horizon are diminished reality glasses that look very much like what I'm wearing, that would allow you to remove things from your point of view, from your view, whether that's garbage or other people.
Or other
diminished reality glasses.
Or other people.
I want you guys to envision this. The future isn't 1984 with the boot on your neck. It's fucking virtual reality glasses around your face like a cow, so they don't know they're not out in the pasture eating and grazing, because you're going to be in your tiny house, sterilized, eating Lucky Charms, hoping that you have enough social credits to get the electric car Uber to work that day.
And they're going to require it just like they used to require masks. I could see it coming on now too. Like if you want to fly on a plane or get in an airport, then you have to have those anti-garbage limited view glasses on.
Right.
Probably so the lizard people can walk around in their lizard form and they don't have to dress up anymore.
Bro, how about her language? We're improving biology.
Yeah.
This is, you like nature? This is Nature Plus. This is at the heart of everything the transhumanists are doing and want. They
Dude,
want to
she
be
said
God.
She said if you don't want to see garbage or other people.
Right. Wouldn't that be
Do you
nice?
see the level that they equate people on? Garbage or other people? We'll insert
Right.
some of our people in there for you.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Dan Smith has something to say here. It's amazing to see how much more coherent he was just 7 years ago. I think it might have been a couple chats up.
Yeah.
Oh,
true.
Biden. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. It doesn't take long, bro. Quick deterioration. BJ Vanover says diminished reality, aka death. Yeah. Where these things? I mean, we're at the beginning of this. We're already a cyborg, as Elon Musk would say, right? I mean, you have your phone. It takes you a couple seconds to get that information from your phone, but it'll be a split nanosecond in 15 years when you're hooked up to the Neuralink and the metaverse.
And if you don't
you've
want to
given up
partake,
your soul.
dude, yeah, true. He said, AKA, oh God, there's so much shit going on. It's like they're already offering you a way out. Have you heard about this? Oh, dude, what do they call it? I forget what the ad acronym is in Canada, where they just kill you if you don't.
They're doing that there.
They're doing that there. It's an option your physician will give you along anything else, and it's not. You don't have to be terminally ill. You don't have to be suffering. It's like, hey, your eyesight's getting pretty bad. Like, we could get you these new glasses, but if you would like to just sign a paper and be done with this bullshit, we'll get rid of you.
Doesn't this sound exactly like human resources? Like what they would say to you if death wasn't like a thing? Well, here's your options. You can either, take a couple weeks. You can deal with this, deal with the pain, or you can just kill yourself. Like these.
Yeah.
It sounds like efficient. Like it sounds exactly like the thinking of a machine to me. You know what I mean? Fucking Morpheus.
Yeah. Tom Woods had a podcast on like maybe 2 weeks ago or so, if you want to find it, about that. And there was a guy from Canada on there that's been writing about it up there because his mother went into the hospital because of an accident, and they offered her, they were like, after a couple weeks, they were like, well, here are options and here's the rehab and everything. And just so you're aware, we're just letting you know, they told her, you're costing the hospital like $1,500 a day. So it's not really about the money, but it is a lot. So if you want, we can just euthanize you because you're getting expensive. They told this woman that.
This is going to be the trend, and it'll take a generation or two to get people like acclimated with this and desensitized enough. But dude, this is what we're up against. Complete and total
There we go.
nihilism.
Thank you.
BJ.
Medical assistance in dying. You're the man. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Sammy, what she has to say. She said, you will eat the bugs. I'm not doing it, Sammy. She's a farmer, so she'll be good. Let's see. As an egg substitute in fried vegetable oil. What a, yeah, same. And then one more from her. 15-minute cities. Yeah, that's what they want. So everything that you need will be sustained within 15 minutes. So you can walk to work. You don't need a car. And you can walk to the whatever. And you got a bike path that will get your electric scooter on and
with your.
Yep. You'll augment reality. And then, man, those kids that grow up with that shit, they won't be able to determine what is just natural or not. It's really gross. It's like the grossest thing, the worst thing.
It's gross.
Oh my goodness, bro. So I want to read over some of the World Economic Forum predictions that they have. This is going to be, oh my God. Now this is from them. Not us. This is not like, oh, I bet you they'll do this, man. This is them saying, we're going to do this, man.
All right.
All right. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. I know that's like become a meme, but they said that and they mean that. Whatever you want, you'll rent and it will be delivered by drones. So they say that this is by 2030, by the way. 2030 agenda, United Nations. Go look it up on their website. That sounds pretty legit. You won't own anything, and if you want it, you'll rent it and it'll be delivered to you. I feel like that might take a little longer than 2030, but I could be wrong. The US won't be the world's superpower, that will be divided up amongst other countries. And I absolutely believe that. Can't have, you want to level the playing field globally. That's easier if you're looking at it from a managerial state, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. They'll probably trying to divide the hemispheres up. Give China that over there, and we'll take it over here and we'll scare our people with a new Cold War. And everybody will be none the wiser. Let's see. We'll print organs, not transplant them. Dude, how do you feel about that? Because I feel like I might be okay with that, and that might make me part transhumanist. Not sure.
A 3D printed liver or whatever it is.
I know I'm not. I think that we will be on that path, and I could see myself wanting one of those if I needed one.
But they will come equipped genetically with all the freshest mRNA up to date. Like once something like that's in you, it's incorporated into your body. You know, that might be a nice way to do that for them.
The pervasiveness of this with like offering a human, like, how would you like to always be new?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, then not get crusty and old and die.
Yep.
It's just, if ever there was a devil's bargain, like that's the one, right? Eternal life, or and they'll convince you. Again, it'll be you living in the metaverse, thinking that you're living forever. It'll be fucking torture forever. But oh my god. Going back to
talk about transhumanism. That's it right there. They've done everything they can to remove all forms of spirituality and replace it with science in that way. I mean, because I don't care what spirituality, what religion, what you believe in. I mean, all of it has to revolve around how to die.
Yep.
How to do it correctly.
And they want to. That's why there's such a focus on distracting you from everything. With your phone and with Netflix and with whatever else, just don't sit still. Certainly don't meditate. Certainly don't get yourself right spiritually. Right? So that you are left alone in the spiritual battlefield. Man, I love that Prince quote. We made that little clip out of it, but he said, there's a war going on. The battlefield is in the mind and the prize is the soul. He said that shit like 20 years ago. And man, that just is like, that fucking cuts, man. Because it's the truth. It is up here. It's all psychological. That's why they got to turn your neighbors against you, because they could never enforce this global tyranny without everybody playing a role in it. Social media and all the like.
Yeah.
But it's funny you mentioned that, dude, because the next thing on the list of things that they predict is Western values will have been tested to the breaking point. Checks and balances that underpin our democracies must not be forgotten. So that's interesting. Again, this is some of that, like, you got to read between the lines, I think. But obviously, they are trying to bring an end to anything you'd call Western values. If that's the family, destroy it. If that's religion, destroy it. If that's community, destroy it. If that's individualism, destroy it. They are against all of those things. And as an anarchist, you could say, and I'm for the destruction of some systems like the Federal Reserve, the ATF, the FBI, the CIA. Sure. We could destroy some of these systems. But these guys are really interested in destroying the faith in the institutions, other ones, and I think for a separate reason. And that is, again, to do away with the rule of law and institute comply. Because that's easier. Just so much simplifier. It's so much simpler.
And you're right. That's the way they're going about it. It's not, they're not really writing new laws. It's inclusivity.
Right. And that's why they collude, because and they'll say this, hey, the laws of the nations aren't moving fast enough for the technology and we need to do business. Yeah. So we're going to just supersede everything. They're just taking control of everything. Let's see. Got a couple more of these on here. 1 billion people will be displaced because of climate change. So we'll have to do better at welcoming refugees. Of course, it's climate change. That's the reason for everything. And we have to do better about refugees. So they're getting ready. They're prepping you for mass unnatural migration, because dude, nobody has a problem with like Mexicans integrating into Texas or like Arizona. Like it's natural, right? People like that culture, and it's almost the same culture. It's like Russia and Ukraine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's natural immigration. This is a beautiful thing. Or people traveling on boats to come here, whatever. Irish, German people settling. This is natural, little bits at a time. If you dump 100,000 people in a city in Philadelphia, like from Ecuador, you know what I'm saying, with no education and no respect for a constitutional republic, like this is really destabilizing, and this is something that they know and a tool that they use. Awful.
I feel as though that's another way to accomplish the spread of whatever the next pandemic fake scare would be as well too. I mean, that's really easy to do that way.
Yep, absolutely. Always keep people in fear, right? And they know that people fear different people. If that would be such an easy one, and I'm sure they will employ that. Meat, as you said, dude, meat will be an occasional treat, and that will be done in the name of health and the environment.
That's going to be like the new dessert, like the sweet, maybe sometimes.
Right. You bust it out at Christmas time.
Here's an ounce. Yeah.
Oh my God. Right. Because they want us malnourished and dependent.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Let's see. Go ahead.
You got to see this thing, dude. Frosted mini wheats and Lucky Charms.
That's what you want. 1/3 of your daily intake should be fucking Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. And anything else after that. Some soda you're going to want to mix in, sprinkled throughout the day.
Yep.
And the last one on here, dude. Polluters will have to pay to emit CO2. There will be a global price on carbon. So there it is again. This is the inversion. This is the death cult at their core. CO2, like the most non-toxic, life-giving.
Yeah.
Just that's the thing.
And what do you mean you'll have to pay? That's the worst thing too. I don't even think it's like, oh, we're going to charge you a tax on it. I mean, your CBD bank account or your health pass or your social credit score or whatever that is going to be doing. Like, you won't be allowed to participate. I think that's what you will pay means.
Absolutely. Well, just like even right now, right? You a fine only affects you if you're poor. So if you're DuPont, you can shit all over Delaware for 300 years and throw it back into the dark ages as far as soil and air and water quality, right? But if you pay a $50 million fine, which is bro, that's it's
built into the cost.
Right. It's built into the cost. And then the Delaware lawmakers will be happy to just soak that into the government. It won't go to people that got cancer or anything like PFOAs in the water. Shit.
Yeah,
right. Shit. That's going to go to, Lisa Blunt Rochester's salary and whatever they want, man. Equity and some shit. And those people are all on board. But that's it, dude. And it won't be just a price. It'll be a global price. So it'll be set by the central bankers, the centralist of the central bankers. Right. And as you said, it won't be like this costs $10. It'll be a social credit thing. So you won't be able to do this anymore. You won't be able to travel out of your hometown. You won't be able to get that one burger you were allowed to eat this week. You won't be able to, money won't be that's the thing. This is going to transform everything. Money won't be the thing that you have on you that you go get whatever you want. It will be like you have food credits. You have energy credits.
Yes.
That's what it will be like. And you can use them until you're done. And it won't be enough. And that's it. That's it. Welcome to your UBI. It's fucking coming. So yeah. That's where we're at, bro. I got one more video I want to share. And again, this guy, we talked about him once before on the show. This is going to be the guy who takes over after Klaus Schwab when he retires as head global techno-Nazi. Which, by the way, Klaus Schwab stopped into Davos and then was like, you know what, guys, I got to peace out really quick. I don't know if something's going on. And then George Soros did the same thing. He said, you know what, it's not good. Something's come up, big business thing. And he had to get out of here too. So I want to bring this up real quick, bro. We know the guy well. This is Yuval Noah Harari. This is the gent who will take over from Klaus when he's ready. So here we go. Pardon me.
Take your time. Is this the what do we do with the useless people guy?
This is the guy, yeah. Oh, they built these shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is him. I can't.
What, he write a note? What is this?
Yeah, this is, but the play button disappeared. Come on, dog. Where you at? Where's it at? This is amazing. Wait a second. Before we go too much further, bro, I can't let this go by without pulling one of these.
Okay. We'll do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Oh man,
little bit
totally worth it, right? I don't know what's going on here, dude. I don't know why I can't play this. Maybe it's because it's InfoWars. They won't let me have it.
I'm dying to know what he said now.
There we go. Let's try this again. Tuesday, January 17th. Alex Jones. You know what? Everybody go watch Alex Jones. Give that guy some... That's right.
It's really the Bilderberg Group operating as the Davos Group, and they don't want you to know what corporations, political leaders, and others, military leaders are there. But we've gotten the Davos Group annual meeting internal leak of who's really there, and they are going to be and are very upset about this information coming.
I apologize.
So we're going to be covering all of this coming up.
All right, bro, I'm scrapping this for now.
All right, I could hear him a little bit.
My apologies. Yeah, the video is screwed up. I don't know if it's because it's Alex Jones or whatever, but we can't, just go too far into the abyss there. But
what's the summary? Give me the summary.
Yeah, dude, he's doubling down on everything. It's that he wants into our souls, the useless eaters, all that, God damn it. I really wanted that video. Fuck. Maybe we'll do a recap next week.
Okay.
When they wrap up. But dude, before we get out of here, because we are probably getting up towards an hour, we got a big guest coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Real deal. This is, for me, this is a big deal over the past couple of years. Probably one of the most important podcasters, arguably, I think, the most important podcast during the COVID regime. And yeah.
And this kind of stuff too.
That's what I'm saying. We'll be able to get some clarity on some of this stuff. And, I'm kind of just, I throw stuff at the wall and I'm no expert on anything, but this person is. So without any further ado, here you go.
Binkley, you might have to slow me down because I'm so excited.
I can tell.
Welcome to the Propaganda Report.
Thank you so much for dragging me down the rabbit hole.
All right. Bin Laden was a CIA operative. That's in the congressional record.
There's a well-documented history of countries creating false atrocity stories.
I love listening to your show and voice of reason that you bring.
I'm a hardcore libertarian. I try to do things like defend the Bill of Rights.
They don't want people thinking critically or using logic or, heaven forbid, engaging in constructive discourse. That's the last thing they want.
The word fair has been completely hijacked to mean equal, which is not what fair means.
This idea that it's about equality and openness, give me a break.
The great Dr. Ron Paul.
Monica, nice to talk with you.
I love your show. You give so much tremendous information.
The strategy of tension was a campaign designed to lead to a breakdown of law and order and consequent collapse of public confidence in democratically elected government precipitating a takeover by the army.
The organizers of this Trump resistance movement are using the same propaganda techniques that the Chinese communists used on American POWs during the Korean War.
When Nikola Tesla died, Trump's uncle came and got Tesla's papers, and the nephew never saw them again.
You peel off the layers of the onion on things that we never, ever hear.
The implication is that the deep state is a holdover from the Obama administration. But that's the opposite of what the deep state is. The administrations are the puppets of the deep state.
For politicians, the number
Yes.
one skill they've been developing their entire life is manipulation.
I can prove that the Ukraine was destabilized by the U.S. on purpose.
Awesome.
Dude, you excited?
Yeah, I mean, talking about
The
peeling the
great
onion.
and powerful Monica Perez of the Propaganda Report. Deep dives will be here on the 30th of January at 7. We're going to do an hour and a half show, and we're going to talk about a lot. And I think probably a lot will revolve around this World Economic Forum Davos stuff, because she's just nobody better on this subject. And it seems to be the thing that everything kind of revolves around or comes back to. And I feel like, dude, after 2 years of doing this show, you and I have referenced her and her show numerous times. Straight up just, bit her stuff and talked about it on here. And I'm so excited about it, dude.
Me too. Nicely done.
Yeah, well, that was that video they put out. And that video was 5 years old, by the way. So you heard that at the end. She's talking about the coup that the United States sponsored in Ukraine. She was on that 5 years ago. So again, man, yeah, if you have any questions for Monica, get those out, put them in the group, Dave's Secret Society. That's on Facebook. We can talk about stuff in there. And yeah, man, I think I'll do another show next week. If you can make it, that's great. If not, no biggie, but in 2 weeks we will do that, and we'll keep on going. Some big stuff coming this year, man. We'll have some fun.
Love it. Can't wait.
Cool, bro. I appreciate you. That'll probably wrap it up for today. Yeah, man. Happy New Year. It was great hanging out with you in real life the other day. And as I said before, dude, I love talking with new people and meeting people and making connections, but you are the reason that I really, really like doing this show. I like talking to my friend, and I'm so grateful that you are a part of it. And yeah, let's take on the world, bro.
Me too, bro. All right.
Peace. See you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get this big thing off my face here. Oh my goodness. Appreciate you being here. We're back. It's the new year. I'm feeling it. And got my squad by my side. I got Monica coming in a couple weeks. And yeah, this will be a good year, everybody. I appreciate you being here. And we will do it again soon. Fuck Klaus Schwab. Biatch!